Hey folks, want to come on here and shoot a quick solo podcast. This one's going to be on a company called Revolut. For those of you who haven't heard of it, that's completely understandable. There's people from all around the world listening to the show. I know the top five countries are the United States, Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, and Ireland. For those of you living within Dublin, it is quite popular, so we'll talk about it now. And I thought about doing some more business content. We've already touched upon leadership and mindset, resilience, loaded other different topics, interviews. So if you're getting better value out of this episode, feel free to let me know. You can drop me an email, episode 12, you can find it, or on Instagram. And let's get into it. So Revolut is a global financial technology company, fintech, that offers digital banking style services primarily through a mobile app. It's one of Europe's most successful fintechs and has grown rapidly since its founding in 2015. What Revolut is, fintech slash digital bank. Revolut provides many services similar to a bank, but primarily operates online via an app rather than physical branches. Founded in 2015 in London by Nikolay Storowski and Vlad Yatsenko. It has tens of millions of users worldwide and has become one of the most valuable European tech startups. Key services. Revolut's offerings include personal banking and spending, multi-currency accounts with IBANs, including in Ireland/EU, debit cards, physical and virtual for everyday spending, currency exchange in dozens of currencies, often at competitive rates, spending analytics and budgeting tools, investing in wealth, stock trading and advanced trading plans, cryptocurrency buying and trading with restrictions in some regions. In some countries, services like ISAs and saving products are available. Business and payments, business accounts with payment processing and tools for expenses. Features like pay later, installments in select markets, e.g. Ireland. Availability. Revolut operates in many countries, especially across Europe, including Ireland, where local IBANs and savings features have been introduced. Costs and accounts. Free basic accounts are available with some features, premium cards. Advanced tools may require a subscription. Business plans have varying fees depending on usage and services. Pros and appeal. Convenient app experience, focus on technology, helpful for travel and international spending with competitive FX rates. Rapid innovation with new financial tools and insights. Things to consider. Some users report customer service challenges and occasional account freezes. Experience vary. Community discussions include a mix of positive and negative feedback. User anecdotes. Let's just talk about this. This could be a good case study. The growth of Revolut in Ireland. Here's a clear picture of how Revolut has grown in Ireland from early adoption to becoming one of the dominant banking apps in the country. Key milestones. Early adoption. Before 2020, when Revolut first launched in Ireland, it grew rapidly, reaching around 50,000 users early on after launch. 1 million Irish users 2020. By May 2020, Revolut announced it had signed up 1 million users in Ireland, doubling its customer base in about 6 months. Growth through 2023 to 2024. Throughout 2023 and early 2024, Revolut continued expanding its Irish user base and product offerings. It introduced local IBANs for Irish customers, making it easier to use Revolut for everyday banking. Spanish language reports also noted continued expansion into savings and investment products in Ireland around this time. Over 2.7 million by early 2024. By St. Patrick's Day 2024, Revolut had about 2.7 million customers in Ireland, up from 2.3 million the previous year, which is roughly 400,000 new users in about 12 months. 3 million plus by late 2024, As of December 2024, Revolut reported 3 million Irish customers. That's significant. About three quarters of Irish adults use the app, according to the company's figures. 429,000 of these users are under 18, representing about one third of Irish children. Also, 27,500 plus Irish business accounts were opened, around 33% more than the year before. Continued presence in 2025. Into 2025, Revolut continues to serve 3 million plus customers in Ireland and sees strong transaction volumes. What this growth means: rapid market penetration from a fraction of a percentage of adults a few years ago to over 70+% of Irish adults today. Revolut's user base in Ireland has grown faster than most traditional banks. Youth adoption: a substantial young user base, 430,000 users under 18, highlights Revolut's appeal to families and tech-native users. Broader financial offerings: growth hasn't been just about numbers. Revolut now offers local IBANs, savings rates, investment options, credit cards, business accounts, and plans to enter the mortgage market in 2025. Competitive pressure on traditional banks. With adoption among Irish customers so high, Revolut is considered a major competitor to legacy banks, especially among younger and digitally oriented customers. Just a quick summary of Revolut's Irish growth curve. In the year 2017 to 2019, it went to tens of thousands to 500,000 plus users, early adoption phase. In 2020, it went to 1 million users, milestone sign up. In 2023, 2.3 plus million, continued expansion. In March 2024, 2.7 million, strong year-on-year growth. December 2024, 3 million plus, major milestone with youth and business uptake. In 2025, 3 million plus, continued strength and product rollout. I think we're 7 minutes in, so we're good to chat and to keep going. Super interesting is a comparison of Revolut's growth and current position in Ireland versus traditional banks and other fintech challengers like N26. So you can see how the market landscape looks now. Number one, Revolut versus traditional Irish banks. Revolut's scale: 3 million customers in Ireland represent around 75% of the Irish adults, which is up from 70% on what it said lastly. It's similar to said 70+%, so it just says 75% here. That's more users than any single Irish bank based on Revolut's own claims. Irish business accounts with Revolut, 27,500, up 33% in a year. Traditional banks, we already talked about this. We talked about kind of Revolut scale. Traditional banks, major Irish banks, e.g. AIB, Bank of Ireland, PTSD, each have millions of customers, but not in a single bank app like Revolut's current account reach. Irish banks historically relied on branch networks and legacy systems, which slowed their digital feature rollout compared to Revolut. Market impact: Revolut's strong adoption has pushed traditional banks to innovate, with some planning new mobile payment services, e.g. ZipPay, to compete with Revolut's peer-to-peer ease. Summary: Revolut has become one of the most widely used banking apps in Ireland, arguably the largest individual current account provider by user count, even though traditional banks still dominate total deposits and full banking relationships like mortgage and physical services. Number two, Revolut versus other fintech banks, e.g. N26 and Wise. Revolut, app users 3 million in Ireland, offers current accounts with local IBANs, savings, investments, and credit options, and soon mortgages. Rapid real-world usage, rising spending and transactions using the app. N26, much smaller Irish base, around 200,000 users estimate compared with Revolut's 3 million. Full European bank with German deposit guarantee. Fewer Irish features and smaller local presence. Some users prefer N26 for minimalism, but far less among Irish customers than Revolut. Wise is widely used for international transfers rather than as a primary bank account. It has different niche focused on low-cost cross-border payments rather than everyday banking services. Wise Irish penetration isn't typically measured in primary account users. It's a complement to bank accounts rather than a replacement. Summary: among fintech banks in Ireland, Revolut clearly leads in user adoption and breadth of services. N26 and Wise each have roles, but neither approaches Revolut's local scale or feature set in everyday banking. Number three, broader adoption trends in Ireland. Fintech usage growth. A recent customer survey shows fintech usage rising in Ireland. 43% of people now interact with fintech apps at least occasionally, up from 18% in 2022. That's on ChatGPT. Revolut is a key driver of this growth, especially for digital spending, P2P payments, and app usage. Demographic spread. While younger users dominate, older age groups 55 to 64 and 65 plus are also increasing their use of fintech services like Revolut. Interpretation: the trend isn't isolated to niche savvy tech users. Fintech banking is becoming mainstream across ages and regions in Ireland, which is super interesting. Yeah, key takeaway: users in Ireland, 3 million, and the population is 5.3, which you already talked about. Similar to that of Sydney, or 5.4. Population of Ireland, 3.8 million. Traditional banks, millions across banks, but spread. Other fintechs, 200k, N26. Digital adoption very high. Growing, late to mobile, moderate. Product range very broad. All good. Sec. I suppose the one thing you need to know if you're listening outside of Ireland or even in the country is that Revolut is now a fully banking licensed digital bank with millions of Irish people use as a primary financial account. Your deposits are protected under Lithuania's deposit guarantee scheme, not an Irish one. Why this matters: you can use Revolut like a regular bank in Ireland to get a local IBAN, receive salary, pay bills, save money, and access many banking features all in one app. Revolut has gained huge adoption, around 3 million users in Ireland, but the deposit protection is through the Lithuanian deposit guarantee scheme, which covers eligible deposits up to 100,000 euros in case the bank fails. The same level of protection you'd expect from a regulated EU bank, just via another EU member state rather than Ireland's own scheme. In short, it feels like a full Irish bank account because you get Irish IBANs and everyday banking features, and it is safe within EU rules. Just be aware where the official deposit protection comes from. Super interesting. If you want, I can explain the deposit protection means in practice. Yes. Only 15 minutes. Call it a day here in a sec. The key fact: if you use Revolut in Ireland, your eligible deposits are protected up to 100,000 euros. But by Lithuania's deposit guarantee scheme, GGS, because Revolut Bank UAB is licensed there, not in Ireland. Important: the 100,000 limit and rules are identical across the EU. The only difference is which country administers the payment. What would happen if Revolut failed? The Lithuanian Deposit Authority would step in. Eligible deposits up to 100,000 euros will be repaid. EU rules require repayment. Please double check this within 7 working days if you're a customer, but I think it's okay. What is not covered: investments, stocks, ETFs, crypto assets, money in trading, or saving products are not classified as deposits. Only cash held in your Revolut bank account counts towards the 100,000 euros protection. Bottom line: for everyday banking in Ireland, Revolut is legally safe as an Irish bank up to 100,000, but it is best not to hold very large balances there unless you're very comfortable with cross-border protection. And I suppose that is it. That is Revolut's, and hopefully you enjoy the podcast. Let me know if you'd like more of these different business case studies, or just a bit about products that I use and what I'm interested in. So yeah, I'm sure.